Sustainable Development Goals, the world needs to leverage the full potential of all generations. Solidarity across generations is key for sustainable development.
Let us begin the day by invoking the Almighty's blessings. Kindly rise.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين.
I now invite Dr. Ashwini Shetty, the NSS coordinator, for the welcome speech.
Honorable Minister for today's program, Shri U.T. Kadar Sir, MLA Bangalore Constituency, Dr. M. Vijay Kumar Sir, Vice Chancellor, YENEPOYA University, and we have virtually Pratap Lingaya Sir, State NSS Officer from Government of Karnataka, Dr. K.S. Gangadhar Somayaji Sir, Registrar of YENEPOYA, Shri M.N. Natraj Sir, Regional Director, NYKS. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais to this inaugural function of International Youth Day, collaboratively organized by NSS, NYK, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, and UN volunteers and UNDP. We would like to take this opportunity to express our hearty welcome to our Chief Guest, U.T. Kadar Sir, MLA, Bangalore Constituency, for his gracious presence. Welcome you, sir. Dr. M. Vijay Kumar Sir, for his gracious presence. Welcome you, sir. And today's guest of honor, Dr. K.S. Gangadhar Somayaji Sir, Registrar, YENEPOYA University. On behalf of the organizers, we welcome you, sir. Director NYK M.N. Natraj Sir, who is present today virtually. Welcome you, sir. Mr. Pratap Lingaya Sir, State NSS Officer, Department of Youth Empowerment and Sports, Government of Karnataka. We extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. A welcome to our beloved speakers for today's program. Srinivas Nandagopal Sir, welcome you, sir. Dr. Mohan Singh, we welcome you, sir. He is Associate Professor from Department of Social Work, Mangala Gangotri, Bangalore University. Hearty welcome you, sir. Nitin Vas, Social Entrepreneur, Paper Seed. Hearty welcome to you on behalf of the organizer and YENEPOYA team to the university. Jeet Milan Roche, Environmentalist, Mangalore Green Brigade. Thank you, sir, for coming here. Welcome you. And Raghuveer Sutapete, UNV District Youth Officer, Nehru Yuva Kendra. We welcome you on behalf of YENEPOYA University. And our presenters, UN volunteers and the NSS volunteer, Rachel Brittany Fernandez. Welcome you. He's a volunteer from Nehru Yuva Kendra. And Dr. Sinan PH, NSS volunteer of YENEPOYA Dental College, who represented Republic Day, Delhi. A hearty welcome to all the students, faculty members, and our supporting staff for today's program. I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you for this inaugural function. Thank you.
I would like to request the dignitaries to inaugurate the celebration by lighting the lamp.
Yes.
Youth Officer to shed light on this special occasion.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to take the opportunity to appreciate your efforts in different ways in the volunteerism. Wish you a happy International Youth Day 2020-22. The United Nations has declared 1998 as an International Youth Day. This day is dedicated for youth, those who have worked in the different various backgrounds, and also the young men and women, those who are working with the various backgrounds, and also it is a day where we are also bringing the change in tackling the global issues in achieving sustainable development goals. And also particularly this event is organized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, UNDP United Nations Development Program, and UN Volunteers India, National Service Scheme, Nehru Yuva Kendra Bangalore, and YENEPOYA University, those who had given a great support to organize this program in esteemed university. Thank you so much for the facility provided by the Vice Chancellor of the university. And also, mainly, I would like to take a chance to thank the dignitaries, Sri UT Kadar sir, MLA, Bangalore Constitution, and who is an ex-minister also, who had given a great support to the youths of the Dakshina Kannada in various opportunities and various level. He had given a support also to bring out the great programs to the Bangalore, and I can say he is a role model for our youth. When I was in a college, he was involved in lots of youth initiatives. Today, he would have opted the LLB same path as a career, but he had opted as being a public representative. So it is a great honor to us to being with the great occasion, sir. And also we have Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, sir. I think I should definitely take this time to appreciate and congratulate sir. Sir has taken a great career path and gathered lots of opportunity in achieving his goals in different various levels. And also, I can see that he might be a senior, but he is very active and pro in all the parameters. Wherever the youth initiative comes, definitely I had seen that zeal to support our initiative. Thank you so much, sir. We look forward to the same support in future also. And also, we have Registrar Dr. K.S. Gangadhar Somayaji, sir. I can say the same word because we had organized the program in the university youth exchange program. That time we had got a great support, and still definitely the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports will be always connecting with the initiatives of YENEPOYA University. So thank you so much for the opportunity. And we have a key person of the university who is a NSS program coordinator, Dr. Ashwini Shetty ma'am. I take this opportunity to thank and who is a key person to organize this program in the university. Madam has worked in the various levels of the volunteerism, and I can see that we have today's occasion, we have a young achievers from those who have participated in the Delhi National Republic Day Parade. I can say that we need a leader to guide our young minds, so that way only it gives an opportunity to lots of youth to make the transformation in our society. So the Dr. Ashwini Shetty is a key person to make these young people to achieve in their respective goals. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this opportunity. And today we have a Jeep Million Roots, who was an environmentalist, and I just said you look very aged because of your white way. But always I see the lots of activities, the initiatives been taken by for the youths and the children. He see the young minds. They are the change makers in our country. So thank you so much for making the time for this event, sir. And we have Nitin Vasu, who is a founder of Pepper Seed organization. You might have seen the lots of initiative with the eco-friendly products and the biodegradable mask produced by this organization. This is a dream project of Mr. Nitin. Once he had definitely he'll be interacting with you on this occasion. Thank you so much for your presence, sir. And also we have today's presenter going to present. Two achievers are there with us, who is Rachel and also Dr. Shinan. Dr. Shinan with us. And I take this opportunity to thank our state NSS officer, Dr. Pratap Linkaya sir, who is with us, and he sir will be taking the opportunity to share a message on this occasion. Thank you so much, sir, for being in this occasion. And also today we have our state director and regional director in charge for southern states, Natras sir. He will be addressing us. And my dear friends, I will lastly take one opportunity to convey the message that we get an opportunity, we get a platform. It's with us that how we learn and how we implement in our own areas. We get an experiences and we get opportunities in the institutions over our communities, but we have to take it further and to reach end of the society. The main theme is on this occasion is intergenerational solidarity, and also in this mainly we are working on this theme for year-long program. This is a year-long program. Every year the UN is declaring a theme and we'll be working on that theme. And also UN has come up with a sustainable development goal. We have a certain sustainable development goals. Presently that goal we are working for 15 years. By the end of 2030 we will be completing these sustainable development goals. So to reach out these SDG goals, we all should make sure that through our volunteerism and through our various opportunities, we should reach our grassroots level activities. And also I can see that charming faces and UN volunteers and NSS volunteers with us, that definitely I don't feel that that we have not got an opportunity in a national level or international level. I see that those are sitting at the back also, you got the same opportunity to volunteer yourself, gain a knowledge, gain an experience and explore yourself in various places. It might be a community, it might be an institution, it might be a district level activity, it might be a state level activity. Don't limit yourself. You got the same opportunity, same platform, so that you can be a change maker in the society, be a youth advocacy in the society. And I take this opportunity once again to thank YENEPOYA University for giving a chance to organize this program in this university. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Moving forward, I'd like to welcome our chief guest, Shri UT Kadir, MLA of the Mangalore constituency, and becoming the chief guest for today's event. I request you to address the gathering.
The inauguration of today's function, Vice Chancellor of YENEPOYA University, Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, guests on the dais, Dr. Gangadhar Somaiji, the district NSS and Nehru Yuva Kendra director, my friend Raghuveer Sutarpet, my friend and journalist Nanda Gopal, the NSS coordinator and officer of the YENEPOYA University, Dr. Ashwin Shetty, all the faculty members who have joined here, and all the guests who are taking part in this panel discussion, and all the NSS and students who are here. How many can understand Kannada? ಎಷ್ಟು Kannada ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು? No problem. Campus ಬಿಡುವ ಮುಂಚೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕಲಿ. That's important because nowadays see, this is a global village. We don't know who will work here, who will work another place, so other place. We may get job in Karnataka only. You are studying and you don't know Kannada, and the people who come to know patients, they don't know English. Then they can't tell what is your problem, and you can't understand what is your problem, and you give one medicine, their sickness is another. So learning a language is an opportunity. Now is after once you come out of the college, you can't learn any very less. Now we are handicapped because when I was in school and college, why Kannada is enough, English is enough, why we want Hindi, why Urdu? I already neglected. Now when I go to Delhi, I go to Bidar, they can understand my language, I can't understand their language. Ultimately, my build-up in the leadership is curbed. Lot of my seniors just tell, if you have got a good language, you have been a national leader, all the college, but because of language, my capacity is hindered. The quality of leadership is hindered because of only one thing, the language. So language is very important. So wherever you get an opportunity, you please learn the language, you be thorough with it, so that in future days, you know where you will go and land up, and what work will be there, where you will mingle up, so that capacity should be with you. So before leaving this campus, everyone should be thorough in Kannada, in Tulu, and whatever language you all want. Your friends in the roommates may talk some other language here, and so whatever an opportunity is there, I think if you learn that, it will be best to build the individual personality. I congratulate the District Nehru Youth Kendra officer and the Chancellor of YENEPOYA Deemed University and the Director of NSS in YENEPOYA University and all the chairman and the faculty members for having this National Youth Festival in this campus, Youth Day in this campus. And I congratulate all the students who are here participating in this program and who are NSS volunteers also. How many are NSS volunteers here? Good. Nice. And I am sure that all NSS volunteers will have some extra their identity in the society when you come out of this college. Because when I completed my law college, not only in one hand I had my SDM law college certificate, my law degree certificate. In one hand I got my law degree certificate. In another hand I had a best NSS volunteer certificate also. Which today I am capable to cope up in the society, whatever difficulty comes, whatever hurdles are there, where we can manage it easily and go forward. So whatever time you have taken and the energy you have put to build up the NSS, ultimately the 100% benefit you will get back once you come out of this college. So whatever opportunity is given by the NSS of this college and the district, I request you to kindly take part in full interest and with full enthusiasm. So today or tomorrow, whatever you waste your time and energy will get back to you in the days to come. And I would like to congratulate both the RD Republic Day participants from our district, including one from the YENEPOYA University. What are you studying?
Rishal. Name?
No, not name this one.
College is Arvas.
No, what you are doing?
I am doing BA, sir.
You? Very nice. Because going to RD is not so easy. I also was in college in NCC. I tried a lot, but I couldn't go. That is why I am happy. Those people out there who are here, I succeeded. And in my time, Ramachandra Mijjar is Udayavani. He from NSS, he was the best when he was selected for the RD. So again, in this getting to the dental field, dental college, dental doctor, and again getting to NSS and getting to RD is another achievement. This one is there. Where they shows you are an example for all these medical field students also. It is not only for degree or academic students. All medical students also take part in NSS and they also can represent in the Republic Day function, which is a great honor to the entire district. And on behalf of the people of this constituency and the district and the college and Nehru Youth Kendra, both of them, I like to congratulate. You should be a model to other and inspiration for the other students who are taking part. And I like to say this is a very meaningful and useful program for this nation, because ultimately India is considered one of the best and most futureful nation in the world. Why? Because we are young India. I think what is the age limit of India in this one? 29 or 30 years? 29 years. So entire age of India is now, the average age of India is 29 years. And again, the youths who have taken part actively and positively will be one of the biggest strengths to this country. So if today the people of various countries and the various government of the various countries, including America or any other countries in the world, respecting India and saluting, and they think India will be the one number of the future, That is not because of seeing some prime minister or chief minister or minister or MLAs or any businessman. The world is saluting India because looking at the youngsters of this India, that today or tomorrow they will be one of the powerful nations in the state because of the youth, young India we are there. So ultimately, the positivity of the younger generation is main important. So the youth can be positivity also, negativity also. If you are in positive mind, you will be a biggest strength to the country. If you are in the negative mind, you will be biggest problematic for this nation. So training and all these discussions and all these programs given by the central government, state government, not only to in Mangalore or not only in to entire India, so such type of youth is, the days to come, you have to be one of the best youth who are not only asset of your parents, you should be the asset of this country also. So making the asset of the country is the main mindset and aim of the Nehru Yuva Kendra and other programs what you have taken up. So I request each and every youth and students to be very in positive mind, and whatever your work is there, it should be on positive attitude which will benefit the society and this nation. To get this society to be a positive nature, you should have this having the patience, helping nature, emotional, helping in content, helping each other. These are some of the qualities what you youngsters and students should have. And I am sure that all this NSS and all this program will help you to tune up your individual personality so that you will cope up in the days to come. We don't know our future days. We don't know what problem you are going to face. We don't know what good things are to come. We don't know what our side by side what happens. At every time, the best thing what you should have is you should have stern mind, a clarity in mind and purity in heart, and a clarity in a decision where you doesn't go according to the situation, where you will manage the whole situation, the better issues to come. So I always say, youngsters should be the leadership of youngsters should solve the problem when the problem is there, not to create the problem out of the problem. The issue now, see, the youngsters are very urgent, all fast food and fast emergency, all problem. Ultimately, lastly, there is a problem. I always say the biggest problem in society, fast and instant and ATM, emergency. Put ATM card, you should get the money immediately. Go to the fast food, pay money and take immediately. There is no patience in the youngsters today, younger generation. You study and come out, immediately you have good salary. Coming out, not job, but they don't see. How much salary is there, they see. And coming out of the college only, all want to be YENEPOYA only. How to build a medical college and how to build these things. So you don't see what struggle they have taken from the small, so how many years it has taken for them to come out. So this mindset should be changed. So, you all should be change this mindset of this youngster of this society. Very patience should be there, and you should see what is good and what is bad for this society, and how we should solve the problem whatever comes. You know, it's not that outside. Now within the college, a lot of issues comes. It is your leadership capacity. How to sit and discuss and solve it and go forward. See, compromise is the foundation of your life. I am telling you, you people don't compromise nature, will never be happy in your days to come. Everywhere you have to compromise. Every step of your life, if you have got a compromised nature, you should, if you want to live happily throughout your life, you should have a compromised nature. Compromise is the foundation of each and everyone's life. Where you don't have compromised nature, egoistic is more, I am only correct. These are all what work in the society which will make you happy. See, we are not seen heaven, but we all believe paradise and heaven is there. I was just reading a book. The writer has written very beautifully. What he said is, we believe heaven is there, but no one has seen. But I say, God has sent us to this earth as a heaven. But we, the people living here, thinking of our past and having tension and the future fear, make this heaven as a hell, and we live in a hell. So ultimately, we should see that this is a heaven where you enjoy your life aram se, be happy and make others happy. We don't know how many years we are going to live. No one knows, because when I see nowadays, my all close friends who are below my young age, suddenly they get expired. Suddenly, yesterday night he talked to me, today morning I am getting that his brain hemorrhage is no more. And all 30, 20, see, we don't know how many days were there. And this thing should in our mind. Whenever each and every day what we get, you should see that maximum you will use for your personal development, for your well-being, and you will be loved and respected by each and everyone, and you have a happy life. So we all wish all should live more than 100 years. But we should see that whatever time this one is there, we should take out your time and effort to have a happy society and a powerful country. This should be the main of all the youngsters and youths. And I think all this program is to tune up you, and you should get into your life, and you should go forward. So I always tell, please have patience. And Annapurna University and Nehru Yuva Kendra can give you everything. You want good food, they can give. Good education, they can give. All other things, whatever they take. But from patience, where to get? You can't get in the shop also. They can't give you also. It is within you. You have to tune up yourself. Tune up. Then when you get the patience, let anyone tell anything, let anyone abuse anything. You be according to you will be more successful. So who has got patience, his success no one can curb down. So I always tell in my political field for the Gram Panchayat members and my politically youngsters when they join, if you are joining politics, please cut your nerve of your anger. The anger nerve should cut down. If you have patience only, you can be successful in this society and public life. If you don't have patience, you can never be a successful leader in the days to come. So you also should be youngster now, should cope up this. And I always tell, see, usually what happens, if someone abuses, we get angry. Someone praises you, we feel very happy. When someone abuses you or scolds you and tells up something to you in the hostel, in the college campus, you get very ferocious. Is it right or wrong, you don't see. Whether simply from a praises you and all, simply automatically you will be happy. What it shows, you are not controlling yourself. Someone else is controlling you. Ultimately, you should control yourself. No, others can't control you. When others tell you are good, you will be happy, and others tell you are not good, you feel sad. It will no use at all. So you should have your own control. Say, someone come and praise you, or someone come and abuse you. You should have your own level and go forward, and you should have your own individual capacity. We should have with all the younger generation where we are lacking. Some younger generation I see where there is no patience. When they sit and talk and discuss and all, they feel as if they are permanent in this world. They are staying here only. And very enthusiasm, very thinking, the way of talking. And you see some youngsters in your college, I don't know about this college, every youngster. Some youngsters, they don't know what they are doing and what is, and very full fast only. They are going as if they are going something to topple this world only. They are in the plan, their plan is that way. You just stop the youngsters and ask, where are you going? They don't know where they are going on. They are thinking where I am going. So without any aim and without the guide, no one can reach anywhere. So plan your life from now only. Be whatever the education you get ultimately should be a boom to this society where you can convert your energy completely given this. So I always say before in the colleges and all, it was only IQ was very important. Success IQ. When we were in school, IQ was more important because I used to see in my college school days, if you are very good, teachers should tell golden boy of this school, golden boy. And if the teachers get irritated if you give wrong answers and all, they'll ask answer, will lift up and you're fit to be a rickshaw driver, you don't know anything just to say. But ultimately I see now, one who is telling that he's a rickshaw driver, he has become a big businessman. And the golden boy is not to be seen only. So IQ is not important. Whether with IQ, some EQ also is important. EQ is emotional content. See, whatever you be a doctor, engineer, advocate, anything, any courses, the emotional attachment for your work should be there. You should want helping each other, emotional attachment to each other. When someone has difficulty, be helping each other. That emotional content also should come within you. This emotional content suddenly. And nowadays it's very difficult because what? All the selfie only, taking selfie, all selfish. And they are nothing is they are come on there bother for themselves only. More selfish the society has become nowadays. So get this emotional content, you should little SQ also. SQ is some spiritual content. When you got God's fear, everything will come to line. So all this IQ, EQ and SQ is very important during your education system, where you will come out one of the best students and best youth of this country. And I am sure that all these programs will make you more successful in the days to come. Plan your education career, plan your studies, and be cool. Whatever problem comes, take it positively and don't be negative at any time. Negative only will be a minus to you, for no one else. Positive will be always good for you. Taking everything, let it be good or bad, take it in a positive way. Take the advantage in the negative. You should have the quality and the art. How to take positivity in the negativity. That should be a art of your life, where you can, whatever happens, you go forward and be whatever. Some say always you can't be successful. Some is successful, some all take it in a good way. Nothing is going to hamper your future things in all these small issues. So go in a right direction and be a good leader also, not only of paramedical and medical engineering. I always say be a good leader of this country. Because then I'm telling all youngsters, NSS, so if you're interested, please join. Because one doctor will improve his only medical field only. One engineer will improve his engineering field only. One lawyer will improve his law field only. But one politician will improve all the fields. He can improve medical field, he can improve law field, he can improve engineering. All if he's a good politician in this country, he can change entirely scenario. And that is needed to the country in the days to come. And whatever we are doing and we are struggling for a better society and a calm and peaceful society is not for us. We are living because all the seniors have lived happily, they have given us a good society. We are struggling now to keep a good society, and it's a duty of us to keep a peaceful, cordial and secular society in this world, this nation. It's not for us. There are many children yet to be born. They have to live in this country. This is not our nature and our land. It belongs to everyone. There are a lot and millions of crores children have to be born. When they are born, they come up. It is our duty to have a good society and a good secular society where people live happily. If we do all the hatred and all the communal issues, and if you don't like each other on religion, on other issues and all, what a society are going to living for the children have to come? They will come and curse you. So it is our duty to see that a peaceful and happy and loving and nature and society should be given in these days to come. To maintain it, it is not for us. It is for the children that to be born, and they should also. We should see that when they come up, they will get a very beautiful society where each will a faithful atmosphere within this country. And wishing each one a bright and colorful future. Regarding the constitution, I like to say regarding the 75th year of independence, we are celebrating this year. We are all lucky. So you have to see that in 75 years of independence, what our nation has achieved. And I always say, when India got independence, our population was 33. You know how many population was there when India got independence? When India got independence, our nation's population was only 33 crores. And for that 33 crores, we never had enough food for the one time meal in a day. In 1970, because my dad was an ML, I remember now also, communism was very strong here. And I was very small, I remember, I can see now also, people come with this flag. Shasakare Akki Godi Illadre, Raju Godi. Give rice or resign. But there is no rice at all. And in America, they used to throw this red Godi. That used to come by ship to Mangalore, and that they used to distribute to the people to eat. During independence, we have got 33 crores. And up to many years, we are struggling. But today, the population is 1 to 133 crores. And India is self-sufficient not only for 133 crores for one 3-time meal. We are having 3-time meal and we have got a capacity to export to other countries also. It is a strength given by this agriculture to this country. What has happened? So when we got independence, not in one gundu suji, what they tell? Gundu suji, English needle. Not in one pin was produced in India. We used to get from other country. But today India not only is a pin or needle, we have capacity to make atom bomb also. It is a strength given by the scientists of this country, we should understand. At that time, we are only 1 or 2 schools, very few schools in area, where common people, children can now go to school. Common people, children are shown by their parents. That is our Zamindar son is going to their school, that college. Now you can only see the college, but they couldn't go to the college. But today, in every doorstep, we have got one Anganwadi Kendra. 1 kilometer, we have got a primary school. 3 kilometers, you have got a high school. 10 kilometers, you have got a college. This is the education system what is brought up in this India. And in those times, we had only one imperial bank. Now, how many banks are there? How many financial institutions are there? So, we should be proud of this country. Why I am telling you this is, talking negative only. Our youngsters feel India is nothing. From starting only we are getting negative and we feel nothing. And when you complete your studies, before getting your certificate, they do their passport. And once they study, they plan to run to other foreign country. They go to foreign country, then they call up and tell you, it's very difficult, we don't this country, we'll come back. You'll come from, when you go out of this country only, you know what is how we are self-sufficient and how we should be proud of this country. So this is our main duty to give an awareness among the youngsters also. One thing we should see that no other country is as good as our country, and no other country has got future as much future we have got. We all live positively. Today or tomorrow, India can be #1 in the world, which is the aim of all of freedom fighters who have given their life for this country, from the taken initiative by the Mahatma Gandhi ji and Ambedkar Constitution. The Constitution also we are one of the best Constitution we have got in the world. There are reasons. We can't simply we are best. You should study. I always say, you be any field also, but please read Gandhi, Ambedkar, Lohia. I think it is one of the best social activities in the days to come. I like, but Ambedkar's Constitution, it's not 1 day or 2 days. 1.5 years they discussed. And lot of discussion was there. It's not one unanimous thing has come. For example, see in other countries like France, UK, America, they got independence before us. 200, 300, 400 years before. But the voting right was given for every ladies and gents was not equal. First they gave only for gents. After 100, 150 years they gave for ladies. So this discussion was there. What they say is, for a few people said, we will give only for gents, not for ladies. Another said, we will give only educated and not uneducated. Another said, we will pay revenue tax, we will give, and not for those who don't pay the tax. Ambedkar said, no, we will give everyone. Everyone who is about 21, who has got his brain and who is in a stable mind, will give a right, let him be poor, or let him be rich, let him be educated, let him be uneducated, let him be a boy, let him be a girl. Everyone about 21 years who has a stable mind will be given the right of vote in this country, because the reason is, at least once in 5 years, that MLA representative go to their houses and take their blessings or this, others he won't care only. So a lot of these issues is, come up during that time. So all this issue, the constitution, you should see that, we should maintain it and we should save it. Today from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, every individual, including the ladies or gents or backward, minor, Dalit, poor, rich, and all the labor class goes fearlessly from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, is not seeing the politicians or not seeing the government. they go fearlessly catching the constitution of B.R. Ambedkar in their hand. Because if something goes wrong, they'll tell we have got the constitutional right, why you are not giving it. That is the strength given by this constitution. And it's our duty to maintain it and take it ahead. So in this constitution we have got that, we have got everything, freedom is there. So I always tell, freedom is there to talk for the benefit of the society, not to harm the society. I usually give an example. One animal in China and one animal in India. Indian animal was tired, not much to eat, a little lean and was taking rest, sleeping. China animal on the border, having enough to eat, very active, very healthy. And one day when the Indian animal sees, opens eyes and sees that this is China animal is crossing the borderline of China and coming to India. So Indian animal asked, I only don't have eat here very much. I have got my own problem. And you have got everything there. You have got to eat, you are healthy, everything. Then why are you coming from there to here? Who will take your problem? Who will solve your problem here? So the animal of the China was crossing to India, he says, yes, in China I have got everything, no problem. I have got enough thing to eat. I am healthy, I am strong. There is no problem for that. But they don't allow to bark, so I am coming this side. Because here they don't allow to talk. If you don't have anything, you have got freedom to talk. So we are talking all nonsense, which is better, or it is a problem for us now. Each one is talking according to his own mindset, he keeps on talking. And ultimately, we are talking, we are creating growth and we are solving. Over 50% of energy of this country goes because of all these things. So, Ambedkar has given the constitutional right to talk, the right to freedom for the benefit of this country and society, not to harm this country and society. And that should be the main aim of our each individual to go ahead, which will be the, what we say, patriot to this country given by you all. So I thank all the youths and students who have joined here, and all the guests who are having their contribution to this function, and all the organizers, including the Vice Chancellor and our Director of Swan, NSS, our District NSS, and Nanda Gopal also. Nanda Gopal, we are colleagues. Where he was, I think you were in present, we were in local. You were Aloysius, and his wife was in present. My friend's sister. So long time he was in journalism, we went to politics. And long time we are happy. Now he is going and guiding, and this motivation class going on. And I request each and everyone, we have got a very good opportunity and very good facilities. Please don't take tension in your mind. Be cool, be happy, take your day forward, because every problem has got a solution. Your tension has no solution. And all sickness comes due to your tension. Doctor is your only. All that comes, sickness comes due to stress. So don't take stress, be happy and complete your education, be one of the best asset to the country and to your parents, and wishing each and everyone a bright and colorful future. Thank you, one and all.
Now we welcome Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, Vice Chancellor of YENEPOYA Deemed to be University, to give the inaugural address.
Very good afternoon for all my children here. So, I have to first address you, these are your youth, so naturally you have to be my children. If you are old, then I cannot be. Respected dignitaries and dais, Sri U.T. Kadir, MLA of Mangalore constituency, Dr. Gangadhar Swamiji, Registrar colleague, Sri M.N. Nataraj, Regional Director of NSS, and Mr. Pratap Ringaya, State NSS Officer, Mr. Raghavi of your Nehru Kendra, Mr. Nanda Gopal, and Dr. Ashwini Shetty. And my dear friends, girls, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure to be amidst the youth. For I feel I'll be talking to you people, being with you. It's a perception matters. If I am old, I behave like old. So with you, I may have to behave like young. So I'm happy that they have called me for this youth function. that takes me to the next important question, because they are telling youth. Tell me, who is young? What do you mean by youth? Have you ever thought of it? Medical science at least has got a definition. What is your definition, I want to know? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Medically speaking, we don't define young, old, senile as just age. Age is only one criteria. The other criteria is more of physiology. How good is your heart functioning? How good is your lung functioning? Kidneys are functioning. All put together we take and then say who is young. Anyway, they recently revised it, saying that up to 65 is called as young, and so I am only Dr. Raghuveer, I am not at 65. So young is 65 now, as per WHO criteria, recently revised. Then 65 to 80 is called as old, above 80 to 100 is called as old. Today up to 120 they have revised it. Why I said that is our age is going up. The average age of Indian at the time of independence, because he said 33 crores, so I have to tell us doctor more than I know him, no? So it is 37 it was. It was average Indian age, sorry, not average Indian age, I'm sorry, it is the longevity we call it, was 37 years. Today the longevity is 69 years. We are reaching 70, average Indian age is now going to be 70, we are going to live up to 70, that is average. That means some of us will live about 90, 100 also. So that is how the health has increased or improved. We have eradicated so many of our communicabilities which you people would not have even thought of, and you should not see also. For example, I have seen smallpox, I have seen so many other poxes which you people have never even seen. Now only we are talking about monkeypox. We all had only smallpox. So this is how we moved, and we have got a healthy India, healthy nation, healthy world also. But then comes the next part of our issue would be, once the health is taken care of, now obviously next is the education. Today you are empowered because of 3 E's which make you actually. One is education, another is your environment, third is your experience. Experience is personal. That is, you have to get an experience. You are getting an experience of this NSS and youth affairs, what your colleagues are not at all having. So you may be wondering why education and this sort of experience is important. Education gives you only a formal qualification. It doesn't give anything more. Probably we are not giving enough through the education. That is why today we are revising it. Even the government of India has rolled out what is called as New Education Policy 2020. Why should the policy be revised? Because they have understood that it is not good enough for our life present time. So it is more towards the industry, or industry ready they are making, the more towards looking at the social life they are trying to say, and then formal education. Some of you are coming from say BA or BSc or BCom. These formal graduations are going back. More of skill-based education is coming, and we are adding to the skills in the form of value-added courses and skill-based courses, upgradation of skills, etc., etc. The most important one, what my grandma was teaching, probably I am not teaching my children, and so we are included communication skills and social skills. It is unfair to say that we have to teach you at this level communication skills because you don't know how to communicate. That is the problem. The problem here is why they have identified as this gap is because they are not able to even communicate. I am very sure beyond your group you can't even say hello. I usually say this. When I was assistant professor, most of my students used to say good morning sir. Today I am VC, none of them say good morning. Because that is how we have grown, not because I have become old. According to me, our value system has changed. At home I am probably not teaching my daughter and sons how to respect the children, elders. Instead I am going to ask how many marks you got, what is the percentage. If somebody comes and tells 92%, you scold them saying that why did you not get 100%? As though 100% is going to make a difference. I never got 100%, but I have 80th century in cricket, but I never got 100%. So that is the way. Education alone will not take you. I am sitting as a VC, I am telling you, today if I am Vice Chancellor, it is not because of education, it is only an obstacle point. I got an MBBS, so I got a postgraduate. I got a postgraduate, I got an MCH. but ultimately all are not successful. Why they are not successful, if you are asking, I'm only going to expand taking the clue from our Honorable MLA. It was a study conducted by Harvard University long back, in 1990 to be very precise. His name is Daniel Goldman. He just surveyed 4,000 CEOs of the North America, that is US and Canada, and then studied what is the difference between the two with respect to IQ. Till that point of time, as he said, IQ was considered as the only yardstick even for military selection. Right? Where military selection you should not have IQ. You should shoot means you have to shoot. Don't ask questions. But there also the IQ was tested. Then he found out the best of the CEO and the worst of the worst performing CEO. Most, I will say the other way. Most successful CEO and the most unsuccessful CEO, the difference of IQ was only 5%. Just 5%. That startled the Harvard University people. Researchers, why only 5%? Then they started asking next question, if it is not IQ, then what? Then what makes the difference? That is where the social skills, etc., came, which he pointed out again, that is called as emotional intelligence. It is not IQ, but it is the EQ which made the difference between the best or the most successful CEO and the most unsuccessful CEO. This is what they found out, and we are now trying to inculcate that. After that IQ and EQ, there are certain quotients have come. Now they are calling it a social quotient. The fourth one is called AQ, is called adversary quotient. The adversary quotient is one thing which I want to tell you. You know what is an adversary? You are having a problem. That is an adversary. Your colleague is not talking to you properly, or she scolded, blah, blah, blah. That is an adversary. How you handle that, how you go through that and come out and nicely, that is called as adversary quotient. This is all we used to learn at home, at school, etc., but never taught in the formal education. I am coming there. It is in this sort of informal ways only we learn all that, how to work as a team. When I say as a team, everybody is only talking about leadership qualities. I am one person who is against it. Not that because I have become a VC. Today, what is lacking is followership. Beautifully, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, one who does not learn to obey will never learn to command. I repeat if you want to. One who does not learn to obey will never learn to command. Is it not true? This is how they talk, then how will they take the order, execute it, and then you must know how to command and get the work done. See, a leader becomes a leader only go through the steps. Many people will say leaders are born, which I am not at all going to agree. Only very few are born leaders. Most of us are made leaders. Of course, some of them are pushed as leaders. That also you should know. Shakespeare nicely said, some are born great, some are made great, but on some greatness is thrusted upon. That is one small segment. But most of us are made great by our own ways of doing. We have to improve ourselves. Nobody teaches you nowadays, including parents. Nobody teaches you. It is you who have to teach yourself. We used to say surgery is not taught, it is learned. Today everything is learned. Of course Google is there, that's okay. You know, everything you think Google is the answer, good. Fine, I also search for Google in some areas, but Google cannot be the answer for everything in life. It doesn't teach you the culture, it doesn't teach you the society, it doesn't teach you the social values, it doesn't teach you the human values at all. It teaches you something what is already existing. It may give an explanation of what it is. And somebody was, I have to give a story, I am becoming a little more aggressive than usually I talk in a very nice way. So because it was provoked by our MLA, so don't tell me, I was provoked by him, otherwise I was very nicely talking and go. So, but I have to know, these people, you should become aggressive. If not that emotion of aggression, aggression is not equal to anger. There are 3 T's you should not have. Tongue, temper. They say control your tongue, temper and temptation. So I am not telling you should become angry, but you should become aggressive in your approach, not docile for everything. This sort of attitude should go, this complacency should go. You are all in the youth, you should be bubbling with energy. You should not be sitting like this at all. I would have been making booing from the last row. That's why I became VC. So you are not keeping quiet. How can you become VC? You should be bubbling with joy, bubbling with enthusiasm, bubbling with energy. That is what is expected of your age. Then that energy will be converted, channelized to something else. There are 4 P's where you have to ask. Somebody will ask me, what do you do, sir, when you are doing surgery? How do you do this so well? One piece he asked me when I was trying a live surgery in Nitte 20 years ago. Then I told him 2 P's, dear. Then he thought I'm going to tell something very important point. Then I said 2 P's is Prarthana and Prayatana. I don't know how many of you know Sanskrit or Kannada. Prarthana is your effort. Prayatana is your effort. Prarthana is your prayer. So it is prayer and effort, I said. Then he got cheesed off. He thought I'm going to give a big clue. No, sir, we also do that. I said, 2 more P's at that weight, I said. Patience and perseverance. Patience and perseverance, if it is not there, you can never, ever reach any goal. Don't ever accept the defeat. Don't ever accept the failure. Keep moving, keep moving. And that's what we all learned in sports. That is the only place where we learn to accept the defeat, right? And go back and try to win him next time. What do they do, sportsmen? You tell me. The moment you are defeated, you go and congratulate him. Have you ever congratulated in your lifetime in studies? A person was beaten you and you are number 3rd rank and somebody is 1st rank. That's all you will tell. You won't accept that that person has done that day well. This quality comes only outside your educational activities. Outside your educational activities or your so-called co-curricular activities, the extracurricular activities, you learn to do this, and that is what has to be inculcated in your life. In education, you can compare and compete, but don't compete and compare in the life. You compare and compete with yours. Don't compare with other person. God has not blessed everybody equal. Many people say they are equal. No. You are individual. You are unique of your own. Please understand. Nobody is like you the other way. So then why are you expecting and then compare with somebody? Don't compare, but compare and compete with yours. Then you will become better. It can be anything. Yesterday you did a 10th rank, then you say I have to get the 2nd rank this time, then the 1st rank. That is how you push the goals and move forward. And last but the least, I am trying to tell, this is the age you will have to become little more open-minded. Don't accept anybody and have your own direction, your own thoughts. As somebody said in a jocular way, every student is a communist. Every student is a communist till they get an employment. Then they become a socialist. He is a socialist till he gets married. Then he becomes a capitalist. He only thinks about himself, his family, how much salary. He doesn't think there is somebody outside. So try to have that socialist attitude from now on. At least by the time you are grown up, 50% at least will have. If you don't have it today, you will have only 0. So kindly remember that you are not an island. You are an animal like any other person, but you are an intelligent animal who can think. So animal is how nicely they go as a herds and a team and a group you see. It is only we want to live alone and die alone. Remember that and be a human being, and what you do is important today to make you tomorrow. I will conclude by just quoting Kalidas. For yesterday is but a dream and tomorrow is only a vision. But today lived well makes it yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope. If I am fast, I will repeat. For yesterday is but a dream, tomorrow is only a vision. But today lived well makes yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Thank you very much. God bless.
I can see, the tiredness on your face. Yeah, see, that is the smile which shows the real truth. Whatever that was spoken for 1 hour, how much of that has gone inside and how much of that has gone above your head is the question. In fact, the words of wisdom spoken from the chief guest as well as Vice Chancellor, each and every word needs to be taken into heart, because you don't see a politician speaking such a nice talk. They just speak and go. First time I am hearing a politician, in fact in his absence I am quoting, speaking such sense. They spoke wonderfully well, I tell you. Probably he has genes of a teacher in his blood. Otherwise it is not easy. He spoke with his experience. He spoke from his heart. That needs to be taken into account. I tell you, for all the youth, he is a role model. Right? Vice Chancellor, I keep listening to him, so I was really not surprised because this is how he speaks. But in fact, MLA, I was really surprised.
In fact, because of it, I got provoked. Otherwise, I would not have.
So, please, whatever that was spoken by them, follow it, because you are our future. As Sir just now said, we have more of youth than the elderly, though the life expectancy has gone up. Sir just said the youth age also has gone up. We are talking about people who are youth at heart. There are many people at 80 years doing such an active social service. In fact, they will put people who are at 20s to their shame because they are not doing anything. So please involve in activities. I am very proud that our NSS is doing such a wonderful job here. In fact, because of that, we got recognition from the government of Karnataka also to add more number of volunteers to our NSS, and from this year we are going to have many more units, and in fact, as a result, we have much more opportunities to do a lot of social service. I am sure our degree college, because of its growth, will be able to involve in such activities more and more in future and bring more laurels to the university. I wish all of you on this particular day all the best, and please take our university forward with your good activities. Have a good day. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and my dear students, I consider it as a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the guests who have made it convenient to attend this event organized by the NSS unit of YENEPOYA Deemed University. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to the respected MLA, Sri U.T. Khadar, for gracing this occasion as the chief guest. To our respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. M. Vijay Kumar, for taking time off from his hectic schedule to be with us. We just listened to the fruitful and thoughtful messages by Mr. Rakhuveer Saudarpete, UND District Youth Officer. I express my deep gratitude, dear sir, for your message. I also greatly value the contribution of our Registrar, Dr. K.S. Gangadhar Somayaji, for his fruitful message. Srinivasan Nandagopal for being as the moderator of the panel discussion, and also I would like to extend my thanks to both the presenters and valuable time. I must express my gratitude to the NSS program coordinators, Dr. Ashwini Shetty ma'am and Mr. Rakhuveer Saudarpete sir, for arranging and holding an initiative for organizing this event, whose guidance ensures that we always do the right thing at the right time. Lastly, my sincere thanks to Miss Jenny and her fellow classmate, and also all the supporting staffs and dearest students who has come here with great dedication to make this event success. Thank you so much.
Afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well, I don't want to keep this very formal, so I'd like to have you involved in this panel discussion, and the panel discussion is going to be, it's not going to be speaking, it's going to be sharing. Well, as a journalist, we all have a serious professional hazard. I very well know how it feels to be sitting on the other side of the mic. So, I would like to make this panel discussion interactive and more so an experience sharing, so that the youngsters who are seated here with the youngsters who are seated here interact and get enriched at the end of the discussion, at the end of the panel. So, friends, if we notice what is happening today, my previous generation have done something. My generation is blaming them. And the next generation who are going to inherit this earth are clueless as to what is going to happen. This is the situation, and where is the solution? So I will always feel that we have become a society of discussion but not a solution. So let's try to find out, because in this panel we have the esteemed panelists who have found solutions and have been working, getting into the problem. We all try to solve problems in the air. We build castles in the air. But then very few get into the problem and find solutions. And the panelists here are exemplifying that quality of finding solutions. So friends, why did I talk about the three generations? The yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Let's stop the blame game and let's take the responsibility. The ones who are the today, that is we, and the ones who are tomorrow, that is you. Let's not blame each other. Let's take the responsibility and make this world a beautiful place to live in. That is exactly what the theme of 2022 UN Declaration of International Youth Day is all about. Creating a world for all ages. Creating a world for all ages. Let's stop the blame game and let's create a world where a child can think of a bright future. A youngster can feel comfortable living, and the old can take a sigh of relief and say, okay, I have enjoyed this world, I am going now. So, this year's theme, the intergenerational solidarity. Very interesting theme which integrates you and us. Well, not with the age, but then with the spirit. So, here we have in this panel, and after each of the panel members talk, it's your time to ask questions as well. we would allow a couple of questions to our panelists so that we make it more interactive. So I'm extremely happy to moderate this panel discussion, and with me are three eminent persons. One who is producing social workers, one who is nurturing social workers, and one who is, as a social entrepreneur, who is into the field, getting to know the nuances of social work. And of course, we have two young bright faces whom I envy, because going to the Republic Day parade and attending the Prime Minister's rally is an honor. So, Sinan, Rishel, Jeet, Nitin and Mohan Singhe, a warm welcome to the panel, and without any ado, let's listen the experiences. I will lead the discussion with a small question for each one of them. Let's start from the academic angle, or let's start from the university. Being a professor and producing MSWs, that is, students of social work, who are actually going to the field and facilitating various activities in the field to make this world a better place. With this question, with a small question, I would like to get your insights, Dr. Mohan. Are today's youth really have today's youth got that social work instinct in them, or social work, or masters in social work, or BSW, or for that matter joining NSS is just an academic criteria, or is just yet another career option that they are looking for? Over to Dr. Mohan Singh.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all.
I will give each of the panel member about 3 to 4 minutes to have their views on this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all the organizing team for having invited me for this deliberation, I say, instead of a discussion. Right? As the moderator has rightly asked, whether really the youth, the youngsters, social work aspirants, whether they are having instincts of social work or the regards towards the society. Certainly not, sir. As I feel, that has to come from within. What we, the academicians, the teachers, professors, that we are trying to mold them, mold their career in the way to prosper the society, without understanding their, what they are capable for. Perhaps that is the lacking that, as an academician, I agree. We fail to produce a good social workers who are not having regards towards the society, who are not having capability to tackle the problems of their own. You forget about the tackling the problems of the society. They are unable even to tackle their own problems. Perhaps because of that reason, many youngsters, many students, they are committing suicides, right? They are in a depression mode. This shows that this is a clear indication that we are unable, the educational institutions, professionals, teachers, schools, colleges, they have failed somewhere to instill what actually they are to. Certainly, as you said, they are not having, they are lacking that social instinct. They are lacking certainly. So we have to find a device to, formula to activate that instinct in them. Perhaps that will be helping for the society, for the nation, for the humankind, I say. Thank you, sir.
Well, that is a concern, and it is not a start from a negative note. It is a serious concern of a teacher who is not seeing that instinct in the students. Well, more than 1.5 lakh saplings. If I may ask you, how many saplings have you planted in your lifetime? 10? 100? Anybody 100? About 50 to 100? 50 to 100? 20 to 50? 20 to 50? Huh? 10 to 20? 5 to 10? One sapling in your life? One sapling in your life? And has that one sapling grown? Sure? Okay. Here is a person who has planted more than 1.5 saplings, 1.5 lakh saplings. And nurtured each of them. If some sapling has died or some sapling is not there, out of that, it is not his making, but it may be the city corporation which has cut it off, or the electricity board that has cut it off, or something else. Otherwise, he has nurtured all the saplings that he has planted. Now, one more question to you all. After this session, he needs some volunteers to plant some saplings. How many are ready to join? Yes, wonderful. 4 in the group of 100. This exactly is the instinct that Mohan Singh was talking about for the first question. Well, Jeet, what is the serious issue that you find in our youth? Well, please don't take me wrong. We are on a corrective path and we are not criticizing the youth here. But then we are showing our concern as to why youngsters are not actually getting into the field, not actually showing that sense of volunteerism. Because Jeet has a lot of problems. Jeet, his wife, 2 children, most of the time, only 4 of them get out without any volunteers and do their work silently. Why do you think the youngsters are not getting into the ground, or youngsters not volunteering for seeing a change in the society?
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, why youth is not joining me, or most of them? Why? Because VC said that we are intelligent animal, and I disagree. We are definitely not intelligent. And we think we are intelligent also, sometimes much more than intelligent, and I disagree. Why? Because humans are the only species that has destroyed forests. which gives us oxygen. How can we be intelligent? We can never be intelligent till we try to, things that we need is not protected. What we need is not protected, like the water. We, in a small patch, we removed 20 tons of debris from the river. So it's not any other animal has done that, it's humans. Now the problem is, we think we are intelligent. No. A famous scientist says we are the most insane species on earth. Do you agree with me? How many agree? We should all agree. You know why? I can give you proof for what humans have done to this earth. Now, why do you think I need to go and plant so many trees? Why do I need to take help from many students to clear black spots? These are all black spots. All this pollution is done by humans. And how can we think we are intelligent? So, why you are not joining me is because you think you are intelligent. First you have to come out of that mind thinking that you are intelligent. We are not intelligent. So, go back home, think what we have done to the nature. Today, what you have done to the nature, what you have done to the environment. Without that, we cannot live. We are thinking we are intelligent because we are in the school place. We are polluting outside and we are inside in a cool place with a lot of, AC around. So that is not how we are going to sustain. We have already lost more than 60% of the forest, and I need your help to get this place, a cleaner and a greener place where we can live and let live also. Thank you.
Yes. I'm sure NSS is one such platforms where students are given that exposure and experience through which they become more enriched and more connected to the society. Well, we've got a campaign going on called, what is trending today? Which campaign is trending today? Har Ghar Tiranga. Which should have actually been Har Pal Tiranga, Har Dil Tiranga. Not Ghar Tiranga, but Dil Tiranga. Anyways, imagine if your flag that you're wearing or a flag that you have posted at your home, what happens to it tomorrow after the 3 days? Well, I'm sure the city corporation, power karmics or those municipal workers will have a lot of cleaning to be done. That is what I'm looking after 15th. But then, if these flags could turn into beautiful saplings, could turn into beautiful plants, how would it be? Something beautiful, right? That is exactly what Nitin has envisaged. His Raksha Bandhan with seeds, his flags or badges, Tiranga with seeds, will grow into saplings in the name of 75 years of Indian independence. Such a beautiful thought. Well, let's listen to his story of how he has managed to rope in youngsters on his project called Paper Seed, and he has developed a paper seed village about 25 kilometers from here. Nitin, over to you.
Thank you, Nandagopal sir. It's such a lovely occasion to be here with the youth, but this is not the youth what I'm looking for. Before I start with the permission, Nandagopal sir, I want all of you youth to make a loud noise, including Ashwini ma'am. Ashwini ma'am looks very sad today. I don't know, she's not very energetic. So let's all boo for her today. Are you all ready? Yes. Okay, how will you do it? Yeah, come on. Boo. This is not the energy. If this is the energy that the volunteers are going to have, I think the International Youth Day is not going to be meaningful. The youth is not like this. The youth is not like this. You are not going to make any change if you are going to be like this. Okay? So let's all...
Well, what do you do when you stand for a photograph? Huh? Cheese, you say, right? Huh? Let's change it a little from today. From today, wherever you are going to pose for a photograph, you will not say cheese. You will say which has greater impact on your face. You will all say trees. Got it? Huh? Cheese is junky. Trees gives us oxygen. Okay? And equally your face lights up. Huh? Right? So we'll all say trees. Imagine you are posing for a photograph. 1, 2, and 3. Trees. Okay, remember this on this International Youth Day. Let me promise that I will not say cheese. I will say trees. At least when we pose for a photograph, we think of trees. Even if we don't plant one. That awareness is there, that consciousness is there, and it will definitely make an impact in some way or the other over the period of time. Yes, Nitin.
Okay, so let's say what? The climatic controlled air condition has made you a little brittle, so you can stand loud and say loudly, trees. Okay? Okay, let's all stand. Let's all stand. Yeah. We'll all stand. I'll stand with you. And let's say, trees. 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 Wow. Okay, so next time when Raghu sir arranges a program and invites me, please step. If he invites me. So we will have much more louder noise than this. And as Nandagopal sir said, cheese you cannot say because it is highly taxed now, sir. So trees uses oxygen. Okay. So my name is Nitin Vaz, as sir introduced. I am a social entrepreneur. Now what is social entrepreneurship? I'll just tell you in a very small frame of time. I was as similar as you a couple of years back. I started in a school and I was the last bencher. I loved sitting there because that's where I used to do what I love to do. Now, when we were young, we were behind letter M, okay, the letter M. So what is letter M? Is marks when we are studying. That's what you are interested in, that's what your parents are interested in, where your teachers are interested. Moreover, your neighbor is interested in. Okay, so that's what we were all busy with. Now once you are done with your education, you are worried about the letter M again, that is money. That's how much of money you can earn, how much of salary you can gain. Look at the way that the pattern we are running. Okay, so we are all so engaged with just marks and money. We have lost our beautiful days, right? We have lost a lot of things. I always remember G saying we got one life to live. And we should be living it to the fullest, right? So I was some years down the lane in a country. I just want to share you a small example about what is volunteerism or how can you as individual volunteer. Now, don't be confused that volunteering is a group activity. No, it's an individual activity. Now, I'll give you a small example. When I was in another country and our car broke down early in the morning when I was traveling to office. And I was asking for help. I saw a couple of Indians traveling and they smiled and they just went through. Nobody stopped to help us out. And then after a couple of minutes, we had another vehicle come down and they asked us what happened. So I said, my vehicle is broke down. I think the battery is having some problem. He said, okay, send in the driver. So we sent the driver. He went to a garage. He bought some cables. And he said, don't wrongly connect it, your vehicle may have a problem. We didn't know how to connect it, however. So, within a minute, the driver got down of the car and I saw him one-sided, completely paralyzed. People with everything who are fit and fine never stop to help us out. But look at a man with challenges, he got down. I was surprised, not because he helped me repair my car. Look at the, the courage, look at the, aim that he had to help somebody. So volunteerism is not about group activity. Volunteerism is not about, screaming in a group or doing things like that. So, how we started our journey of growing, as Sir rightly said, we started an organization called Paper Seed. Now, what is social entrepreneurship? Our company is not just behind the profit making or money making. Our main aim is, create jobs, create alternatives to the society, which is an alternative for plastic. That's what we do. And we are staying here 24 to 25 kilometers away from the Bangalore city. I love my village. I never want to stay in the city because there's so much of peace, you see, less traffic, so much of greenery, and so much of things. So what we do, we empower women, we train them. This Raksha Bandhan, we design Rakis that grow into a plant. Okay, so there are a lot of plastic things in the market, and also to make this Independence Day more meaningful, we made badges made from recycled cardboard. Again, that grows because the government is speaking about banning plastic flags and all those things, but I see a lot of nylon flags in the market, which is again as similar as plastic. So that's what we were discussing in the morning. It's not about Har Ghar Mein Tiranga, it should be Har Dil Mein Tiranga, Har Din Tiranga. So the Tiranga should always be in our heart and we should always flourish it. So we are working on this. This is to assure you youth that organization like us still exists, and once you are also academically done in what you are doing, you also should have, you can start volunteering by just helping your neighbor. You can just volunteering by helping your colleague. This is volunteering where it begins with. But believe me, the craziness that we started 5 years back as starting a small organization in the car shed, today it grew internationally. That's all because of the craziness, the madness that we have. And what I also request you, we should all have that craziness, and that's where we will grow. Thank you.
Well, Nitin told about the two M's, marks and money. But then the one M, which has always been within us, but now also visible after the corona, is the masks. But then they mask it and nothing comes out of it. So masking is yet another problem that youngsters have. On this day, I will take a second round of talk for two minutes each. Well, we spoke about the shortcomings. But then, on this International Youth Day, I personally feel there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of potential. And there's a lot of bright future with youth power. As statistics were told in the morning, we're going to have about 100 crore out of 130, 100 crore are below the age of 35. That's a wonderful thing to happen for a country. And how can this youth power be channelized into the right direction? Sir, your opinion.
We have, of course, the human resource we have, a rich human resources, nowhere it has. Perhaps after China, we are having more number of population, right? But thing is that we are lacking in many, productivity that we have to create. So channelizing of the human resources is very, very important component we need to think on, right? I feel the institutions such as the schools, colleges, universities, they should create youthness, of course, as our MLA rightly said, UT Khadar sir, and even Vice Chancellor also pointed out on that. Youth is not merely measured in terms of age. Okay, age is mere, it's not an indication, okay? So if you ask me what you youth, so I would like to give the definition which rightly given by Swami Vivekananda. Someone asked Swami Vivekananda, who is youth according to you? He rightly said, youth who swims against the current is a youth. That current we have to create in the present youth. That current in the sense that wave we have to create. We have to create in them the sensibility, right? Sense of responsibility, sense of commitment, sense of regard to the society, sense of regard to their family, all those values that we are missing. So because of that reason, right, the vast population that has gone away. So we have to channelize in that way by instilling the values, lost values, traditions, customs that we inherit in our culture, right? In that way we have to channelize our youth, right, sir? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Jeet, with that disappointment, do you still have a ray of hope that our children are growing up to be more sensible and sensitive? Because today we are all running after the third yes. I said sensible and sensitive. The third yes is sensation. We are all running behind sensation, forgetting sensibility and sensitivity. So, are our children sensible enough to understand their responsibility and will grow up to be hope of the future?
My only hope is the youth or the children. Why? Because I either address two types of people. Either a grey beard people or the youth. When I address this grey beard people or the 40 plus, they listen to me very patiently. You know, like clubs, like Rotaries, Lions. There are more lions in the cities than the forest. I should be knowing this. Okay? All these people, you know, I address them, I talk about, I give them statistics, and they listen to me, and end of the day they say, he is a jobless person. I'll pay the village. He has no other job. But when I talk to youth, they listen, and I've seen the changes. You know, I've been doing this work since 2004, and the people who have come to support and people who have done something for nature is the youth. So, I definitely have hope. Even in this crowd, even one does something for nature, that is my achievement. And I have a lot of hope on you. Thank you.
Well, how many do you think, like you, are crazy in today's world?
Craziness can be defined in different ways. Now, let me tell you, there might be a couple of people in this room who are busy with their phones right now. There must be Raghu sir, who is the main in charge of NYK, communicating with somebody on stage with his phone. This is different type of craziness. You know, each one of us has different type of craziness. So, Jeet has a different type of craziness. Planting trees. Now, there might be a couple of people who ask him, don't you have a better job to do? Okay, that's a different type of craziness. Now, Nanda Gopal sir, he is also a mentor, a teacher for us. He has a craze of generating a couple of youths and leaders. That's a different type of craziness. I have a friend sitting next to me who said, I have met the Prime Minister, but sitting here and talking to people is difficult. So there is different type of craziness in people. But remember, the day you lose this craziness, that's again, as rightly said, the definition for youth is 65 years. Now don't think yourself as youth until and unless you do activities like a youth. So being old and also being youthful is a different thing. So don't have a thinking that you are all youth. Until you are energetic, until you think different, you know, it's like I was been addressing a couple of farmers. And who these farmers were? couple of people who were working in Infosys and some of the well-known IT hubs, they have quit everything and they'll come back. And I asked them, why are you doing this? You know, you are earning well and you have a good job. No sir, a lot of stress, tension. I quit everything. Who wants that money? You know, we want peace. We want to be associated with the nature. That's what I'm looking for. I don't mind putting my son into a Kannada medium next to my house, a government school. But let us all be happy. So, things are changing. And let me tell you, this question or this thing is for you individuals. We have one life to live. Let me tell you, don't be busy with your life just by pleasing others, getting good marks so that you get a good job, and then, pleasing yourself. You have one life to live. Live it to the maximum. And until you have that craziness with you, you have the will to achieve more and more and more.
That's wonderful. So friends, before we listen to the two success stories or stories of achievement, I sign off from this panel discussion by giving you a small formula for what you need to do in your life. I wouldn't call it success. I would rather call it living your life. We have to live our life, not exist. Do you understand the difference between live and exist? Yes? So, we should live our life. If we have to live our life, there's a simple 3 E's formula. And the 3 E's is, the first E is, we all have a lot of energy. We all have a lot of energy. Do we? Do we? Yes. The word itself is so energetic, when it is told, yes, doesn't make any sense. Do we have a lot of energy? Yes. Yes. The problem is with the second E. And the second E is chalta hai, no enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. So with the bubbling enthusiasm, when we channelize this energy, and the third E is even more important. We will not get whatever we want all the time. Right? So we should enjoy whatever we get all the time. So the third E is enjoy whatever you're doing. Well, sitting for 2.5 hours, I know it's not easy, but then enjoy being here, enjoy the moment. So the energy that we have, let's channelize it properly with a lot of enthusiasm, and let's enjoy whatever we are doing. Thank you for your patience, and let us now listen to the two achievers who have made us proud, and let's listen to their story. Thank you very much.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, fellow mates, today I stand before you all to present a solution for a prevalent issue among our young generation, that is empowerment, and how NSS play an important role in it. Our lives start at our home, and we go to school, where we make friends and play with them. As the time moves on, we grow, we move to colleges, same old story. Friends, studies, home. College gives us education and prepares us for the career. Home helps us to grow us physically, mentally and otherwise. But one thing that majorly lacks in this period of time is what prepares us for the society. We will have to learn things at home, college, or while we interact with our friends or family. Somehow we have to grow. But there is no dedicated system or an organization that helps us to prepare for the obstacles and challenges we have to face in our daily lives. A youth that is not guided to be the asset of the society will become menace to it. This is where role of NSS come to action. So let's start. So I'm telling you about NSS, okay? The core of NSS lies in rendering service to the society. When the young man is taught to serve the society, he cannot harm the society. Instead, he will grow to protect it. Do you not think that are the utmost importance in our present criteria? Education within college rooms only fills us with subject-oriented knowledge, but that will not be sufficient to understand how we should treat a fellow human. A lot of people are under assumption that the NSS only includes cleaning activities, awareness camps, street plays, and so on. That these volunteers are simply outsourcing labor. But the reality is far from that. Let's analyze a situation that I have experienced more closely. Back in Jan, when I was selected for the Republic Day parade in Delhi, I was a part of a camp consisting of students from different states all over the country. Now, here we can't off the light, we cannot off the light until everyone falls asleep. We have to think about others too. We cannot go out without getting permission. This is not our own home. Here we learn the lesson about the coexistence and responsibility. We are made to follow strict rules. If one of us crosses it, we will not get food facility, other facilities and restrooms, etc. If we were not on time, the state we represented looked bad in front of others. In fact, our entire squad looks bad. This way we have learned the value of time management and discipline. There is no mother or there are no servants. Everyone here are volunteers where they serve food, wash their dishes and clean the places. The students here are made to learn about the value of hard work. This experience taught us that we should not look down on anyone based on their jobs. Every job has its own value. It taught us about the empathy. Here, spontaneously students are appointed as the leaders of the squad for a day or for an event. This causes the students to realize that they can also grow as a leader or they also have that quality in them. And a leader can also be a loyal follower for the sake of the team. It may look simple and small outside, but anyone who has gone through these experiences knows that something changes in them. They will start respecting others regardless of religion, gender or age, respecting public properties, respecting the efforts of others. Students will start realizing how to thrive in the society, how to be a pioneer or be a team player, how to fail and get back up gracefully, and they will recognize their skills and interests outside the academic life. NSS does what college or home fails to achieve. It helps us to become strong individuals to face hard hurdles of the reality. All we know that our friends defines who we are. Friend circle defines who we are. And in NSS, we come across people of similar thoughts and beliefs. Some relationships go a long way, and we already know that. Think about the youth that is out there, ignoring their potentials, falling prey. Hello? Ignoring their potentials, falling prey for the bad influences who grow to hate a certain community, who grow to be aggressive, who do not know the right way to resolve an argument through a meaningful conversation. Now let's picture this. If they were born under an umbrella of NSS, entire generation growing up with a moral value deep-rooted within them. Some of us have already encountered the compassion, the integrity and the discipline that follows such experiences. Look at me now. I used to have severe stage fright. Now also I have. I could not even imagine climbing those stairs, much less manage an entire speech alone. I thank NSS for empowering me in so many ways, and I believe many of us young people have also enlightened by becoming NSS volunteers. I conclude my words with this sentence that NSS stands for not me but you, and that should say it all. Thank you.
We can do a little, but together we can do a lot. With these words, good afternoon to one and all present here.
Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. I was busy with Doordarshan program, live telecast was there. Just now I joined. So I take this opportunity to wish you an International Youth Day, a successful one. So this is a great opportunity to showcase the issues which are facing by youth fraternity, not only in India, across the world. It's a great opportunity. So I won't speak much now.
So my presentation will be only for 3 minutes. Don't worry, I know all are hungry as well as you all want to go. So I will end with a short note with a small conclusion on today's International Youth Day and what is the aim of 2022. So as I said, alone we can do a little, but together we can do a lot. As even the PPT slides are there, you can just see it as there's no much time to speak on it, but just to tell that the aim is intergenerational solidarity. Seeing this theme, it is that we have to create an atmosphere where even the elder ones, whatever they are giving their ideas, whatever culture they have been attained is from the older generation. And that is what we have to continue. It is not only by every opportunities that we get and that we attain is something that we have to utilize. Any opportunity. I being a Nehru Yuva Kendra volunteer, we get a lot of opportunities. All these opportunities are a way for our success. Building a way and bridging the gap between the older generation and younger generation will make us to attain sustainable development for the future. And that is where this aim stands for creating a world for all the ages. Gaining out all the values from our older generation, we need to implement it in our own ways, and that we can attain our success. The main problem is seeing the challenges is from learning through experiences, helping each other. Every single minute is the way to create own opportunities. Among the youth itself, we have a lot of ways to empower each other. Helping hands can lead to betterment in all fronts. And being Nehru Yuva Kendra volunteer, we get a lot of opportunities to do something better for creating awareness and empowering ourselves among us. Seeing the sustainable development goals, we have nearly 17 goals. All these goals can be achieved only when the older generation gets connected to the younger generation, and that will lead to our future being better in all the means. The problem here is ageism. We think that the older generation is giving out something that we are not able to take it. It is not like that. But indeed, we should try to acquire the knowledge, whatever is there from the older generation, and implement within ourselves. Only then we can attain the success at all the fronts. By saying that, our aim, what is our aim? The aim is skill development. Our skills get developed when we see our older generation doing something better and when we implement it in our lives. And that is the way we move forward. Be it in any field, maybe the political field, maybe the economic field, maybe the social field. All these fields will grow only when we connect with our older generation and the older generation gets connected with us. By this, youths being engaged in skill development will only work when we connect all the ages together, doing something better for the sake of the nation. By this, the solution is our education, our knowledge, our ideas should bind along with the older generation, taking their ideas and working forward. I would like to end by saying that the positive feelings what we gain within ourselves would be important only when the older generation is with us and we work together. We can say that the younger generation is known for knowledge, but the older generation is known for strength. When knowledge and strength is together, it is that success is inevitable. I thank Nehru Yuva Kendra for giving me this opportunity for presenting myself. Thank you one and all.